Well, the evening news begins with some breaking news. We have learned that the man convicted of killing an 8-year-old girl in 2017 was sentenced to nearly 8 decades behind bars.
Jacoby Payton was given 78 years after he was found guilty yesterday of shooting and killing Damari Atkins. She was riding with her mother when bullets suddenly went through her mother's car. She tells us she feels great about this sentence.
Okay, now to exclusive video of a former third-grade Spring ISD teacher turning himself in earlier today. Danilo Martinez accused of touching 4 third-grade girls at Eichen Elementary.
ABC 13 Marla Carter has more on the allegations and also how the school district is now responding.
Martinez was out on bond for 2 charges that he had from January. Now he faces 2 additional charges. Plus, the DA's office says there could be even more victims out there.
This is 47-year-old Danilo Martinez as he turned himself in today. He worked here at Eichen Elementary, where parents first learned about the original charges when a letter went home.
It just really makes you think, you don't know who your kids are going to school with. You don't know if the teachers are really who they are.
The now former third-grade teacher faces 4 charges, 3 for indecency with a child and 1 for continuous sexual abuse of a child. Court records say some of the victims reported inappropriate touching going back to the first of the school year. Victims also reported being touched during their Christmas party.
He was a third-grade teacher in Spring ISD. There were several third-grade girls that were talking about a teacher that had been touching them inappropriately. Through that outcry, there was an investigation done by Spring ISD.
We checked with the state. Martinez has worked at 4 schools in the area. He worked in Alief and Klein from 2002 to 2004, and then went to Spring ISD in 2010. He's worked at Eichen since 2011. The DA's office says there could be more victims.
To have someone take advantage of kids like this, it's extremely disturbing.
Spring ISD says Martinez's employment was terminated and sent a statement saying, in part, "The safety of our students is our highest priority. We are extremely concerned that a charge of this nature has been brought against a teacher in the district." Keisha has 2 kids at the school and just wants to make sure they're safe.
How can you do that to a kid? How can people that harm people, period. It's just not something that, it's just, wow. It really just gets to you.
Marla Carter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Marla, thanks. Meanwhile, 1 person is dead after a trench collapse near 59 in Rosenberg this afternoon. Police tell us they had to call in a special crew to secure the area and get this man out. He was pronounced dead, though, sadly, shortly after they did get him out of the trench. We're still waiting to learn the man's identity and what led up to this deadly accident. OSHA and Rosenberg police are still investigating.
Well, the community is in mourning after a Sugar Land family was found dead in their home yesterday. Investigators still trying to figure out why this happened.
ABC 13's Nick Notario has been following this story since it broke Tuesday afternoon. He now joins us with the very latest. Nick?
The Logans were well known here in the Fort Bend County community. Moments ago, a community gathering started here at this church in Richmond. As people wait for answers, this is an opportunity for them to get the support they desperately need. These are the faces many people knew in the Fort Bend County area. For nearly a decade, Richard and Diana Logan helped children through their group Attacking Poverty. The organization helped kids in the area and other parts of the globe. After helping so many, their family and friends are suddenly wondering if it was them who needed help. Yesterday, Diana and her son Aaron were found shot dead in their home. Richard, police say, was found near San Marcos, dead from an apparent suicide.
I have no insight as to how something like this can happen, except to realize once again that we live in a broken world where evil is real.
River Point Church pastor Patrick Kelly was emotional as he spoke about the Logans today. They were members of the church and even attended last Saturday's service. A decade ago, Richard served as youth and missions pastor.
And I've just never known Richard to have a bad day or Diana to be down. They were both very willing to serve and help others that needed help.
Sugar Land police say they're still investigating. They didn't provide ABC 13 with any new information today, so we still don't know why this happened. An answer an emotional pastor isn't waiting for as he opens his door to help those who are grieving.
I just don't know that more information is going to help us initially, and I think the best thing for us to do is come together and give each other a hug and encourage one another so we don't lose hope.
Tonight's community gathering is open to anyone. It started at 6, and on hand there are going to be several pastors as well as grief counselors. In Richmond, Nick Gatario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
The Houston Astros reported to spring training in Florida, but the team did not allow any players to talk with reporters today. The team did have a meeting with the owner, Jim Crane, to talk about the sign stealing scandal that broke last month, of course, with that scathing report from MLB, and then the team owner, Jim Crane, firing then manager A.J. Hinch and GM Jeff Luhnow. Pitchers and catchers report tomorrow.
All right, we got a slight break in the clouds.
Yes, it was nice to see a little sun. ABC 13 Chief Meteorologist Travis Herzog with what we can expect tonight. Travis?
Yeah, a preview of things to come for tomorrow. This is a look back to earlier this afternoon as the cold front was blowing in. This little thin, long cloud you see along the horizon on the west side of Houston, that's what we call a roll cloud, and that was tracing out the colder air that has now blown in. And with that cold front here, the atmosphere continues to dry out on the north wind, and temperatures slowly fall down into the upper 40s once we get past midnight. Wake up temps tomorrow around sunrise, mid-40s along I-10, low 40s to the north, upper 40s in the coastal counties, and low 50s along the upper Texas coastline. The sunshine tomorrow is going to be chilly sunshine. We're looking at upper 50s, low 60s for highs as the north wind continues at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'd have that jacket on hand all day long, if anything, just to help break the wind. As we look at our future satellite and radar loop, notice how the sky continues to clear out across the state of Texas. We will have times of clouds, but overall it should be a mostly sunny day. And with the sky clearing out Thursday night, the wind slowing down, it's going to get a lot colder. Look at low temperatures projected for Friday morning. We're now forecasting the upper 30s in Houston, mid-30s off to the north, near freezing in places like Huntsville, College Station, Conroe, upper 30s south of I-10, almost all the way down to the coastline. And that means there's the potential that there could be some frost on the ground for Friday morning. So be aware in case you were thinking of putting any plants in the ground between now and then. And I would hold off planting this weekend as well, because there may be another frost or freeze toward the end of next week. So great weather Thursday, hitting it just right for Valentine's Day. The temperature climbs into the low 60s in the afternoon. The clouds do return this weekend, but good news, the next weather system will largely miss us with the rain, so we've lowered the rain chance out completely for Saturday down to 20% on Sunday morning. Monday, significantly warmer. It'll be a lot stickier as well with a strong Gulf breeze. The high hits nearly 80, to be followed on Tuesday by another strong cold front and somewhat of a cool, gloomy pattern like we've had the past few days, but it will get much colder. And then after those clouds clear out, another possibility that there could be a morning or two with temperatures down near freezing.
We have an update we think that you will like about construction over at the West Loop and US 59. Tonight, you will see the traditional closure we've been telling you about the last week or so, a total closure northbound at US 59, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. through March 3rd. But that bigger closure, the one we've been seeing on the weekends, total closure northbound and southbound throughout Saturday and Sunday, will now only be in the overnight hours. So you'll get to use the West Loop northbound and southbound Saturdays and Sundays this month, even though we thought it was going to be a closure. We have updates for you all the time on Facebook. You can join us at the Houston Traffic Haters Facebook page and 24/7 at abc13.com/traffic.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Well, today we got a closer look at how Canines are training to help keep us safe during big events around the city. Canine crime fighters from Houston Police, Metro Transit Authority, Katy Police, Cy-Fair ISD Police as well ran through different training scenarios here. And one special dog participated today. His name is T-Rex, and he lost his back leg to cancer more than a year ago. That isn't stopping him, though, from going through the paces of explosion detection training.
I'm extremely proud of him that he's just, overcome all the adversities that he's had that's been put in his way. He's just blown away. He really is, a special dog, and there'll never be another one like him.
His handler says T-Rex gets rewarded with the toy and playtime when he correctly identifies an explosive. The Department of Homeland Security hosted today's big training session with the Canine. Yeah.
Very well done. Okay, what better way to show your love and loyalty than with a pest you just can't get rid of? The Houston Museum of Natural Science selling the naming rights for these not so adorable Madagascar hissing roaches for Valentine's Day. So for $5, Chauncey, you can adopt one of them. They stay at the museum, but the money goes toward the Butterfly Center. The Endless Love promotion goes until Friday, so you better hurry if you're looking for that perfect romantic gift.
No, and you didn't read the prompter right. The prompter did I have?
It said they were adorable.
It said they were adorable.
I'm going to go with not so adorable.
See, I would do something like that for an ex. I would name a cockroach after my ex.
Let's go with the butterflies.
Right, not the current one.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for getting caught up on the evening news.
Be sure to join us tonight on ABC 13 at 10 o'clock. Good night, friends.
Ooh.
Beautiful shot.